Dear brothers and sisters, I welcome you all to hear and see this video message. In this video, I am going to explain how press and media freedom under peril by duo of Modi and Amitshah governance since 2014. Content for this video I given in the description. You can go through and study. 12 years later, Gujarat Bogram, it is unimaginable that the Indian press would publish such a headline about a senior BJP politician. They have been able to get away from their past, said Amnesty International's Akar Patel. He was speaking of Modi and Shah together as people in India often do, and the media and the judiciary have helped them do it. India has never seen a crackdown on media freedom like the one Modi and Shah have engineered. Unlike the suspension of press freedom during the Indira Gandhi state of emergency in 1975 and 77, this crackdown has been achieved through quiet coercion and precise threats. A striking indication of the media's timidity in the Modi-Shah era came in 2017 when the Caravan magazine published the explosive testimonies of the family of Loya, the second judge to preside over Shah trial. The family alleged the judge's dead body was not handed over them directly. They pointed out that while the judge supposedly died of a heart attack, his clothes were covered in his blood. They claimed that before Loya's death, senior judges have been pressurizing him to discharge Shah, dangling the promise of enormous bribes. At first, no news channel or newspaper picked up the story. Finally, a week later, the Indian Express published an article in which two judges of Bombay High Court dismissed the claims made by the family. A relatively minor details in the family allegation was that the hospital where the judge was taken for urgent care was an obscure place where even the electrodiography unit was not working. On its front page, the Express published an ECG report supposedly conducted just before the judge's death, apparent proof that the family was lying. Yet, as social media users quickly pointed out, the data on the image did not match the date of Loya's death. The newspaper issued a correction on this detail, but nevertheless stood by the story without any further explanation or reporting. Later, when Shah was asked at a public event about Loya's death, he gamely responded by saying that the people should read the Indian Express instead of the Caravan magazine. Shah was reaping the rewards of what he had sown. During the first term of the Modi government, it was he who rang up media owners when their coverage of the government veered out of line. Media owners in India are almost entirely businessmen with other more lucrative business to take care of, for which they depend upon the government. Journalistic principles are generally reserved for ceremonial addresses at media soirs, not the newsroom. While the television news hyped and hailed everything that Modi did, newspaper editors who offended Modi and Shah were shown the door. One study analyzing prime-time television debates on the channel Times Now over 3 months in 2020 found not a single episode in which a debate criticized the Modi government in any form. A separate study of Republic TV from 2017 through 2020 found coverage to be consistently biased in favor of the Modi government and its policies. Republic TV's debates have been consistently biased in favor of the Modi government and its policies as well as the ideology of the BJP. What's worse, these debates have rarely featured some of the most pressing issues that impact Indians, such as the state of the economy, education, or health. Instead, they have consisted mostly of attacks against the opposition as well as any groups or persons that oppose the ruling government ideology. When popular Indian television journalist Ravi Kumar announced his resignation from Neat Telgi Television Limited NDTV, the country's oldest private broadcaster, at the end of November 2023, it was a grim reminder of the vanishing independent news media landscape in the world's largest democracy. It was no ordinary departure. Ravi Kumar had been a popular voice on NDTV for a quarter of a century and is known for her fearless, hard-hitting reporting and willingness to take on those in power. Of late, he has criticized other news outlets for taking a stance explicitly in favor of Prime Minister Narendra Modi government and for stoking communal discord between Hindus and Muslims. Yet Kumar felt compelled to quit after the world's third richest man, Gautam Adani, became the majority stakeholder of the NDTV. Adani is considered close to Modi, who used the Tycoon aircraft for campaigning ahead of the 2014 national election. Since 2014, when Modi came to power, Adani's wealth has jumped from $7 billion to $110 billion, according to a study conducted by the Reuters Institute for the Study of Journalism. 75% of the Bharatiya Janata Party supporters and 81% of the all other political supporters trust NDTV as a source of news and information. The government reserves preferential treatment for those journalists and media organizations willing to blindly put out official handouts and accept official claims as the gospel truth. In contrast, those who do not take briefing at face value but go independently into the field to investigate matters, even when it entails professional and personal risk, are depicted as a lot that should be despised. They are painted as people and institutions who are hand in glove with enemy of the nation. There has been an enslavement of certain section of the media which simply choke on any criticism, no matter how innocuous, of the Prime Minister. If a channel is less than plain, it is blocked out for 24 hours, its premises are raided, or these offending journalists are mysteriously made to go on sabbatical or removal outright. The situation for independent journalists is dangerous in India. Since 2014, India has fallen to 161 out of 180 countries in Reporters Without Borders World Press Freedom Index, ranking below Afghanistan, Belarus, Hong Kong, Libya, Pakistan and Turkey. According to the organization, Indian journalists sometimes receive death threats and are frequent targets of social media hate campaigns driven by troll farms affiliated with the government. With violence against journalists, highly concentrated media ownership and political alignment, press freedom is in crisis in the world's largest democracy, ruled since 2014 by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, leader of the Bharatiya Janata Party and embodiment of the Hindu nationalist right. Reporters Without Borders had started while releasing the data. The journalists who are reporting reality are getting punished and harassed. Many senior neutral journalists lost their job due to pressure of BJP government on media house. If in a country the government starts lowering the voice of common people, then here comes the power of media. But what if the media is busy with chilly kind of stuff? This shows clearly that they are just trying to make a way of dictatorship. Good journalism needs money, but it also needs freedom. media monopolization cuts out critical voices like Kumar's, it can never be healthy for Indian democracy. Bible talks about BJP and Godi Media duo in Daniel chapter 11 verse 27. The two kings, that is BJP and Godi Media, resolved on evil, shall sit at table together and exchange lies, but they shall have no success, because appointed end, that is 18th Loksabha, is not yet. Amen.